Hello, friends. My name is Megan Calito. I own 315 Apothecary, and today I have my friend Lauren coming on, and she is going to share her story healing with regenerative health. I just thought I've watched Lauren for about a year now change just so drastically, and she's been working with a regenerative practitioner, and so I thought it would just be absolutely amazing if she came on and shared her story. Here she's coming. Um, invite, and here she comes. Yay, we did it!
Yay!
How are you?
I'm good. I actually have a question for you, real quick.
Okay, shoot.
I'm drinking my warm lemon water, and
Mhm.
it's kind of really hot. If I put the lemon in there, is it gonna be bad for the lemon? Should I wait till it cools down?
I like it like just a little bit above room temperature. Like
Okay, I'm gonna wait
if
a
it's
little
like
bit.
scalding, wait a minute, yeah, and then
Okay.
yeah. I love that you're starting the day with warm lemon water. That's like the first thing I do for clients. I'm like, all right, first things first, warm lemon water in the morning.
Same.
Just a great way to start your day. So I
Mm-hmm.
was just sharing how you've been on quite the journey for a little bit over a year now. And like you're doing all of the things, the diet, you're jumping into advanced modalities, and it's just been, I have to say, like it's been absolutely amazing watching you grow, even though like we've never like even, well, we've met a couple times in real life, but like I didn't know you to start with, and then just to watch your growth, like I literally feel like I watched you shine and come alive in the past year, and like
Ew.
your growth has been absolutely amazing. So I'm so glad you're going to share what you've learned with regenerative health, or what you've experienced with regenerative health, and in your story. So you, back last year in November 2023 was when you came into the food and realizing that glyphosate was a huge problem and wanting to change all that. So how did that go? Like, what was life like for you before? Like, what were you eating, and like, how are you feeling?
So actually, I I found out about the superfood because I had already known about glyphosate. So when I saw that it had the solution to glyphosate, I was like, whoa, mind blown. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was like literally like an answer to all my prayers because I knew it was wreaking havoc on humanity. Um, so before I had been um, just got back to my mom's house like in September, which is like 2 months before I got my superfood. And prior to that, I had been living home free in Northern California. I ended up dropping out of college and during COVID, and because I have this spiritual awakening that I had, and I realized that like what I'm supposed to be doing is supposed to be like aligned, and like didn't feel right. So I was like, and I knew I wasn't going to go do a 9 to 5 job, and I just knew I didn't know what I was supposed to do, but I knew I wasn't supposed to do it. So I went and lived home free. Like this is crazy, like very uncommon for people to do, but I did it. And so while I was out there, the reason why I did it was to expand my spirituality. It was on a spiritual journey of self-discovery because prior to this, I had realized that I started working on childhood trauma stuff and realizing the connection between I started noticing the tension in my body from childhood. I started noticing the negative thoughts from childhood, and like then I learned about my power, and I'm like, oh, like I want to keep healing. I want to keep learning more. And it actually started with plant medicine, with mushrooms. And so I would take like psychedelic mushrooms for therapeutic purposes, and I would figure stuff out in my subconscious mind and reprogram myself. And I just learned this on my own with help from my partner. He was my friend at the time. So I was like, I got to keep doing this. Like this is so much fun. Like growing, I'm like, I can do anything. So I went and dropped out of school, lived home free, and though it was a very expansive journey of growth, which is what I was looking for, the downside of it was I started doing drugs, a lot of drugs, because in the homeless community, there's a lot of, not fentanyl, I was not going anywhere near that, but there's a lot of drug use, fentanyl, methamphetamine. And so I was doing meth, and I was doing it a little bit. I'm like, I can do whatever I want. I don't gotta go to work. I don't gotta do anything. And I'm like, whatever. Like, and I just kind of started doing it. Like, I had done it before in my life, and then it became like a daily thing, and it's like what I was doing. So not only that, I was also eating things like dumpster pizza. Let me just say that it was wrapped up in a bag, so it was like, it wasn't.
When you text me dumpster pizza, I thought it was like, the type.
So
Now I see.
it was in a dumpster, but thankfully the people in the pizza place, like, they put it in a bag and threw it away. So like, or it was like in a box. We would eat, like, it would be legit, like, so it wasn't like gross, but
Oh, but
it was really good, but it was not healthy. So I was eating a lot of dumpster pizza, smoking cigarettes all the time, every day smoking cigarettes, and just kind of like uh, lemon yogurt. Like, I loved a lemon yogurt from the store, and I never read the ingredients on it. But I ate the
yeah.
lemon yogurt, and then I ate the Safeway granola a lot, which was like, ew. Now that I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, Safeway granola. And then like the things that were on sale in the bakery section at Safeway, um, all that, gross trash. And then I would eat some stuff from like local food banks, and up there they had pretty good food at the local food banks, organic, like grown vegetables and stuff. So we would make some like meals, but like but I was eating a lot of crap. So, and smoking cigarettes, not drinking enough water, not sleeping, staying up all night. Um, yeah,
How did you
tons of.
feel during that time? Like, I know you're saying like it was this expansive thing, but like, how did your internal body feel? So so interesting because like for me, it wasn't like I came into the spiritual side after the food side came, and you came in different. You came in from the spiritual to the food. So I'm just interested. Yeah.
Yeah. So, let me say, like, with the stimulant use, it kind of like really added on to a part of me that needed healing, which was like my addiction to items, because it was like this. So this is, well, physically, I felt, um, it makes you feel good. It like produces like dopamine and stuff. Like, so it's like this feeling of like, woo, like with the drug use.
Yeah.
But like, I was getting thin, and that was like not the best thing. Like, I have some photos. And then sometimes, like, so even when I was in high school, I this is way before I ever did drugs. I used to go like this, and I would feel any tiniest bump on my face, and I would like look in the mirror, and I would like, it would be like and I would like squeeze it, and I'd be like, oh, I was upset. This is something I've always done for a long time. So when it got really bad, that would be something that I would do. And I would sit there and I would like pick at my face, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm one of those people. And then I'd be humiliated and embarrassed. And so then I'm like, I can't hide it. And I remember going to the store once and seeing like a friend, and like, I was like, oh my gosh. And then later I was told by somebody that she knew that she was concerned, and she went and confronted them. And I'm like, okay, this was towards the end. I'm like, I got to do something about it because people are noticing and talking about it. And I'm just like, oh, wow. But so yeah. And then like, I knew, like, I'm like, well, like, because like one of the things that I learned like in my spiritual awakening is to be kind to myself, and like, it's be compassionate towards myself. And so those actions that I was doing was not showing self-love towards myself, but so I would be like, I don't know. So I I was outside a lot. There was a lot of bird experiences in the trees, and it's like, so it was like spiritual at the same time, but then it would be like, I would get stuck in this like, I wouldn't be able to break through like I wanted to,
Right.
because like of being like stuck in like this cyclical like thing that like these drugs like do. It's like, okay, like I'm going in circles, like, so then I'd have moments. Usually when I can snap out of it, I would do like mushrooms and things like kind of helped, but like, I don't know. It's very complex, the whole journey. But I at one point was experiencing, because when it gets really cold, it would be freezing there, and I didn't like going to like find bathrooms, riding my bike to find bathrooms, and or like whatever, like, so I didn't drink a lot of water, that we weren't drinking enough water. So there was a point where I noticed like urinary tract infections, like,
Mhm.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, um, also I got a lot of food poisoning because I would make, so what I cared about was my dogs. And so I would make my dogs food every single day or every other day. And I made it raw. So I would like be making that all the day using like the hemp seeds, using the like all of the little ingredients, the ginger powder, and like, but they were fed pristine. I wasn't, because actually prior to me living home free, I when I was still in my house, I reversed my dog's chronic pancreatitis. She was dying, and I was taking her to the vet, thousands of dollars. So this is the first time I ever noticed that our bodies could regenerate and heal themselves, because I watched my dog do it, and I watched the unwinding, like literally, like I watched her go in reverse, experience some symptoms of sickness before I got better. So
Right.
it's like, and then all my other dogs, my dog Foop, he's a black lab, he became a puppy again. I was like, what the heck? He never played with toys ever. After I switched his food to raw food and started making it, he's a puppy and he plays with toys. So it's
And
like
it like
literally
light
like,
bulb went on. You're like, wait a minute, if I can
yeah,
regenerate my dog's bodies, what is mine capable of?
yeah, totally. So, and then so I got a lot of food poisoning because like not being able to properly wash my hands. And so like I would get, the first time I was out, and then I get the second time it was like easier and easier and easier. Like I probably got food poisoning like 6 times from raw meat, and like it would be like sulfur. Like if I
Yeah.
bourbon tastes like sulfur, it was bad. So I can only imagine the amount of parasites that I got
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that experience. Um, but anyways, like so then I got to go back to my mom's. My mom's having all kinds of issues, and got to come back and help her. And before I came back, I got to live in a couple different places while I was home free. I got to live on this like house sit on the river for 6 months, and like that was a really good period. So there was like ups and downs. It was a whole experience. So I could just talk forever for about that. But so it wasn't like I was like, I don't want to say I'm not wasn't one of the. I would actually go around and pick up. So there would be some people that would leave trash messes, and like they'd bring a bunch of stuff from free piles and leave trash. So I was always going to clean it up because I'm like, I want the home free community and stuff to be, and for one, I don't like it. And I'm like, it makes it bad for everybody. So like I was always going around cleaning up people's messes by the dumpsters. There was trash everywhere. And like that's like kind of what I did. I was like that person. I was playing with the dogs all the time and taking people's dogs to the fields and like cleaning up. So that was like, somebody called me the queen of the homeless. It was funny. This moment I was like, thank you. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not hot girl. I'm that hot girl that's going around to the dumpsters and like cleaning up the messes outside of them. And I look in there too, and I found this really beautiful silver ruby necklace. Absolutely beautiful. Um, but yeah, so like I wasn't like, I was very conscious of myself and like wanting to make sure that I was making my actions reflect my values. I wasn't like a bad person or anything. I would just like constricting myself and like not sleeping and just, like not vibrant the way that I should be. Like, so does that answer the
Yes.
question?
More than yes. So it's just such an interesting journey you've been on. So like so you moved in with your mom, and then that's when you found out about the glyphosate
Mm,
removal, like the
mm.
product that removes the glyphosate, and like
Okay.
that started your journey into like the health stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So, when I was still in my house before I went and lived home free, okay, like when I was there during my whole spiritual awakening and uh, I had started, became conscious. I learned what consciousness was. And so I was like, oh my gosh. And I started listening to conscious YouTube channels, podcasts, all the stuff. And like one of them was After School, SKOOL. And it's a conscious YouTube channel that is really beautiful. This guy goes over conscious talks like Joe Dispenza, Zach Bush, and like he illustrates with like a whiteboard illustration on the screen. So it's very like illustrated and you get to watch it. It's really cool. Like it's good for kids too. And it was about chemical farming. That's when I learned about the glyphosate. So I learned about that before I went and was living home free. And I didn't want to have kids at that time. Like I was like, I'm not having kids. This world sucks. Like not, I had to mourn the loss of my unborn child because everything inside me wants to be a mom, but I chose to be selfless because I didn't want to bring a kid into this world. Me and my partner both agreed. Cool. So then I go and live home free, this whole journey. on this whole journey, I learned to love myself and I learned how to love others. And I learned how to take care of my inner child and how to love myself. And the trees and the birds and all of that is just like, oh my gosh. I learned that this world is a beautiful place. I learned that I could spread love by me loving myself and being kind to others. And I started learning about the frequencies and how I can raise the frequency of the planet, and that I'm meant to share like this with people and help spread consciousness and to make the world a better place. And like, I learned that I was meant to have a child. And I realized this like right at like the end of the journey, right as I got back to my mom's house. So got back to my mom's house. Uh, so it's like as soon as we make a decision, the universe gives us what we're looking for.
Really
Like literally,
does.
right. So I'm like, okay, when I have a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna be at my mom's house. Cool. It's time for me to get healthy again. I'm gonna have the kitchen. I'm gonna do all that stuff. Not do the drugs, quit the cigarettes. And literally, so I quit the drugs immediately. And yeah, and then I was watching Instagram, and dear Sierra was making her shakes. I was watching her make her shakes every single day, and like I kind of was skip past them. It's just someone making their shakes. But then she put the words on there that said detoxing glyphosate, and I was like, what? And I rewound it, and like literally, I remember feeling this feeling of like just like flood through my body of like light and just like, oh my God, like I like sank, and I'm like, I wrote her immediately. I was like, what? You're detoxing glyphosate? She goes, yeah, we detox glyphosate here, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I need to know more. I was like, um, it's superfood. And she sent me the thing. I'm like, can I share this with others? I was like, can I partner with this company? Was my thought, because like, I'm like, this is the best thing on the planet. Everybody needs this. And if I'm going to share it with people, I mean, I can share it as like a business. And like, when I was living home free, I didn't know what I was going to do. Like for my life, I didn't know how I was going to make money. I was like, just trusting in the flow. And like, so then I came back and I'm like, okay, I got to figure out how I'm going to get a job for this child. So I have 4 years. I need to figure out what I'm going to do, like how I'm going to get land.
Okay, wait. I just
Um,
want to say, like, it is freaking
yeah,
amazing that you are planning 4 years in advance before having a child and bringing it into this world. Like, you are few and far between. Like, it's so amazing that you already are in you already were in the consciousness of like, my body needs to be able to house this baby and to build this baby and to not pass anything onto it that was unnecessary. And I just absolutely love that about your story, all the hard work you're doing before to have a healthy baby. But go ahead.
exactly. So, and then the other part was that I knew I needed to have a healthy body, and I wanted to get my body clean and all that, and to have the baby. So yeah, 4 years, because I knew I had just a life full of, I don't even know what I knew I had a detox. I just knew I needed to prepare my body. And then at that time, like within days, is when I found the glyphosate solution. And so I reached out and was like, oh my gosh, and I ordered it. Like I had like my first paycheck from taking care of my mom, um, and I ordered my first superfood kit, and like immediately, like I could just feel it enter my cells, and I knew it. I knew immediately that this was everything that I was searching for. Like, and so I felt it in my cells immediately within days. And I was taking the biomedic to remove the glyphosate. I was taking the superfoods, and like I could feel the sunshine enter my body, like liquid sunshine, literally. And I within days the cigarettes went away. Like the cravings for them went away, and I never smoked them again since. So within my first 90-day superfood protocol, I meat was completely gone, bread was gone, all of the things were gone, and I was eating vegan, plant-based, and I've been doing fruit fasts like for days, like over 5 days where I eat just fruit and superfoods, and like that's what I crave. And like so quickly, all of that stuff just fell away. And like um I the main thing that I say happened to me once I added in these nutrients, which is what I've been searching for the whole time when I was living home free, was a connection back to myself and to the earth. And like once I put these foods into my bodies, like this is like what happened. I was like, oh my God. And then I had more access to like my intuition, my gut feeling like my spirit was in my body and knowing who I was and like what I'm meant to be doing. And just that inner knowing of myself, that's what returned to me. That's like the probably the most profound thing. Tons of other physical things happened too though. Like The sleep, like amazing sleep, the brain clarity to be able to be present with somebody. I lost, like I had like this under my boob, I had like this brown spot that I would always scrub in the shower. It was like dirt, but it never came off. It was fungus. So
Wow.
literally, that's gone. I had a crack on the bottom of my toe that wouldn't close, like wouldn't heal, and I would scrub it, like hoping I could get the skin to come off and it would go away. It never did. That's gone. That closed up.
Wow.
Um, Energy came back, like just but that deep spiritual feeling of like just feeling it whole is really like my favorite part about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I honestly, I tell people, I'm like, you will feel this come alive in your body. Like, if I don't even think you have to be that in tune to feel it. Like, you literally feel like your life force, like, come alive. It's just absolutely amazing. And that was something I never like paid attention to, like after I ate. Like I would eat and then I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I want to go take a nap. But
Mm-hmm.
like other than feeling like that, I never had really felt like I ate a meal and was like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. Let's go. Let's go do things. And like, and
Yep.
then also with the spiritual, I can really um like I relate to that a lot because I had no that was my goal for 2024 was like to find my spiritual self because I used to be Mormon and like that was like the community for me and like having that sense of connection with a higher power and like that really felt good in my body
Mm-hmm.
and when I left the church, like I thought I lost all that. And so like 2024 was like I really want to find my hi puppy. So cute. I really wanted to find my spiritual self, and that's just been
Oh my
such
God.
a journey. Like, and I don't think it would have been possible had my body not been supported with the foods and had we not removed the glyphosate and had it not worked on parasites and like all these things that are like leaving our bodies are literally like holding
Mm-hmm.
us down from being able to reach that consciousness and to have that connection not just with others but with ourselves and with our world like it's absolutely amazing
Yeah.
so
Yeah, exactly. Because like this is one of the realizations that I came to is because the earth is what healed me. Like it's when I was eating mushrooms and I was outside in this nature and the plants and the wind and all of it made me feel so alive that there was a moment where I realized I was whole. And I'm like, and I just got out of a 10-year, I just broke up with my ex out of a 10-year toxic, super toxic relationship. Um, and then she left. So this was within a short amount of time. I was out there outside and I had this feeling of knowing, and then everything changed from that moment. But I know that's when I manifested my partner. But it was the earth, and the earth was what healed me. And like I felt like we had to be back outside and be with the earth. But I didn't realize the connection to the internal earth because like literally we are the earth. Like the blood in our bodies is the water, and then our like our hair is the trees on top of the mountains, and like the muscles are the clay of the earth, our bones are the rocks, and like we are made of the earth, and like our breath is the wind. Like the wind always reminds me to breathe, and she always carries messages if we go out in the nature. So like this is like a part of my big healing journey was connecting with the earth and being outside. But I didn't understand that what was missing on the inside. Once we actually put food, nourishment that's of the earth, pure, the way she's supposed to be grown, not from chemical soils, not from depleted soils, but like ancient, beautiful ecosystems of abundant life and bugs and fungi and all of the living organisms. When food's grown, I imagine like the Garden of Eden. When food is grown in pristine environment like that, and we put that into our body, it brings back a part of us because that's literally what we're made out of. And that's the realization that I had when I put these foods into my body. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what's missing. So spiritual people, because I have a bunch of spiritual friends that I met on this journey, I'm like, they all need this. This is the missing part. We need to take care of our bodies. We need to take care of our physical bodies if we're really wanting to expand. Like it's probably the foundational part of it.
absolutely it really is it really is and like you said like you add this in and then you're sleeping better, and then you're connecting with people better, and you're able to pay attention better. And it's just like it all like comes together when that one piece is added.
Mm.
Like it's so amazing.
The
I'm such
mind
a
quiets down. Like for
yeah,
me,
yes.
the mind has quieted down, so I'm more
I have
present.
yeah, ADHD diagnosis here. Like I don't claim that. I don't own it. Like it is not anything to me now because I'm able to focus. But like, yeah, it was like a constant and like trying to talk to my partner and she's like, "Are you listening to me? Like, are you
Same.
here?" And I'm like, "I think I'm here." Like
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I am.
My partner would be like, "You said yes. You responded yes." I was like,
Did I?
"I did." This is like
I
at
can
the
remember
beginning.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, but I literally don't remember any of this stuff. I wasn't
Yeah.
there. I was checked out.
Yeah, see, and you do. That's what we do. We check out because we just can't handle everything coming in so
Hmm.
quickly, quicker than we can process it. Because, like, we're missing all that nutrition. Like, our bodies are just kind of a disaster. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just, watching you online the last year, like, just having our relationship that we have with like going to meetings together and like growing together and doing all the things like you have just like I'm always like watching your videos like oh my gosh like just the
Thank
change
you.
in your energy and how you come and how present you are is just it's just been such an amazing growth to watch so
It's an addiction. It's an addiction. Literally,
yes
it went from actually like when I went to live home free, it's because I was addicted to growth, like because of my spiritual awakening. But like I didn't get to grow as much as I wanted to when I was there. But this is like really fueled my addiction for growth. And it's like my any addictions for anything else, like um, the processed foods, like I don't like want anything else. And like that's all gone. And now I'm just like my cells are addicted to the nourishment of the sun from these foods and
yeah
like addicted to growth, the growth that comes with being a part of this because like um I don't just the whole thing, like it's just crazy. I don't know.
it is it is it's mind-blowing how much
Yeah.
opens up when your body is finally like okay, I can breathe
Yeah.
now. Like,
Uh, there's
yeah,
more. There's more though, actually. I want to say is when I added in the superfoods, in the herbs and all that, like, well, I didn't take a bunch of herbs at first. I was just doing the superfoods. So that sparked like an energy in me and like a realignment. But then like after that, I kind of had a low and I realized it was adrenal fatigue because I had been using stimulants and I've been in a state of chronic or I've been in a state of fight or flight my whole entire life because of childhood trauma. So like
yeah,
super and then so like that was then I did like the Zen cleanse and then I realized then I was so fatigued that I had to drink green juice while I did it. So and I anyways like I kind of was experiencing adrenal fatigue, feeling good in all other ways. My skin's getting better, everything's getting better, but like my adrenals still need support. And like once I added in the hydrogen, I added molecular hydrogen, I lost that adrenal fatigue. The adrenal fatigue went away, which is like the missing piece, which is
yeah,
what my body needed. And
yeah, yeah. When our adrenals are like constantly like pushing out that cortisol, after a while, they're just like, I'm gonna give up now. Like, and I had like stage 4 adrenal fatigue. I'd be like driving and the light would turn red, and I'd be like, maybe I can close my eyes right here for just a second. Like, just tired,
oh my God.
exhausted all day. And I remember my mom saying to me, like, is that all you say? You're tired? And I was like,
Oh my gosh.
I'm really tired. Like, so, but like, yeah, that one was a hard one to come back from the adrenal fatigue. And I did notice when I added the hydrogen water that like, and that the hydrogen water bottle actually like molecular hydrogen, like it helps your NRF2 pathways. So like it helps with your detoxing, it helps decrease inflammation. Like it's helping to move things right along and give the cells the hydration that they need to
Yeah.
be able to do the things that they need to do. So, and it's just such a simple thing because, like, we're already drinking water. Like, why
Mm-hmm.
not drink molecular hydrogen water and amp it
Mm-hmm.
up, you know?
Yep.
So, you've used a bunch of different modalities, though, along the way.
Yeah. I want like all the best things. That's what I say because I know I'm worth it. That's something that I learned on my journey, my spiritual journey, is that I'm worth it. I'm worth all the best things. I'm worth all of the highest quality things. I'm worth the purest food. I'm worth having my body be functioning optimally. I'm worth the abundance because I'm here to be the best version of myself so that I can be a better mom, I can be a better partner, I can be a better friend, I can be a better daughter, I can be a better community member. I can be the best version of myself. That's how I'm going to make a positive impact on this planet. That's how I'm going to change the world. And because I'm in alignment with that knowing for the greater good of all beings on this planet, I know I'm worth all of the abundance because it's like for the greater good of all beings, including the animals, including the trees, including the earth. So like I know I deserve the best thing. So I don't have any scarcity mindset about, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like
It's too
this
expensive.
much it's this much money. I'm like, no, that's gonna if that's for my body, my sacred temple that my spirit is housed in, that I get to do all of the amazing work on this planet that I'm here to do. I want all of the best things. So all of the
Hmm.
best things are coming to me.
Yep.
I
They
invest in
are.
myself. That's the number one thing. And
Yeah.
then so once I'm so overflowing, I'm gonna have so much overflowing that I can give it to everybody else.
I love you. Your passion just shines right through. Like, and it's all happening for you.
It's happening right now. Exactly.
I love that.
And thanks to you, and you're always there helping and supporting. And
We
I just
have an
like so grateful.
amazing
I have access to like all these healers, and I'm my own healer also, and I get to empower others to be their own healers. But like to have somebody like you that I have access to, like in this community, to like it's just incredible, you know. And I can go ask you questions anytime, and you're just there and you help me. It's just like because you want to. It's so amazing.
I do. I want to. I want to tell you all the things.
Hmm.
Well, I love you, Lauren, and I love that I've gotten to be a part of your journey and have gotten to meet you and that we get to be friends. It's absolutely amazing. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day and being vulnerable and literally like coming on here with so much passion about everything that you believe in.
Yay.
So thank
Yeah.
you so much.
I love you.
I love you, and we'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.